Check. Check, check. Check, check, checker. Huh, that's weird. Um, check, check, check. All right, maybe. Is that better? Y'all can hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Oh my gosh, I went through that whole thing like that? Dude, so lame. I apologize. What the? I don't even know. I have no clue as to why that was happening. All right, what I do want to do real quick is okay. Um, I just need to save this and we're good. So, I hope that's the right one. If not, I just wasted a whole bunch of time. All right, sweet. Okay, y'all can hear me? All right, so I want to check into Amazon. Okay, let me just take a step back real quick. All right, on ES. All right, so what I was saying about ES is this, right? This white line that's really hard to see that I'm hovering over right now. This is a zero line, right? This is a line that is the mathematical representation of how a stock it's going to move in its trajectory. It's also what they build standard deviations off of. This is the zero line, and what the zero line does is one second here. One second here. All right. Input. Check, check, check. Check, check. All right. That should help. That should help with that. And we'll turn that down. Check, check, checker. Okay. Sorry, I had to turn my volume up. What that zero line does is what they base standard deviations away from. Stock will, the stock market is an ever changing and evolving living organism, right? And it likes to trade within within usually one deviation. So what they say is 90% of all transactions will occur between this blue line, these two blue lines. 75 will occur within the two green lines, and 68% will occur within the two orange lines. And that white line is the zero line. See how well it hugs it? So we use that as our base. We base standard deviation moves off of it, and as long as we see price kind of hugging it and riding it up, I consider it a nice, healthy market. It will give us some insights into what's going on with the market, and price will respect it. Okay, I'll show you an example of AMD, how price just hugged this line all day today. Okay, so as far as the ES is concerned, the last couple days, what had happened was we had rallied up to the top of the daily Keltner channel top. We couldn't break through it, so we pulled back. Daily cloud, bottom of the Keltner channel, right? We bounced off of that, and we're currently trading right at the 21-day EMA, which is the exponential moving average. This is the mean, the Keltner channel mean. Okay, nice little pop today. We couldn't get going. We may see continued move tomorrow. We're currently trading within a zone. What I mean by a zone are these areas are high traffic. This is where lots of transactions occur. We traded from the bottom of the zone to the top. Now we're trying to break the top, make a move back up to previous highs. We do have 4705 is our current stopping point. Above 4705, we get moving pretty quickly up back to around 4770. Okay, bringing it down to the 4 hour. Now it looks like a big old spaghetti mess, right? But it's not, I promise you. All right, right off the top of the 4 hour Keltner channel, right back to the 21-day EMA. We held the 21 and, yeah, the 21 and the daily mid, right? Next move is back up above these Kelts up to previous highs. Look at this inverted head and shoulders that's being formed on this is a 4 hour. So left shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. The only way I can show these is if I do a little bit of a markup on this. I got to mark up the charts this way because it's really the only way I can see it, right? So you got your left shoulder, you got your head, you got the right shoulder. You want to typically you should go long above that line right there. Well, let's find the neckline. I think that daily is right at that neckline. So ES still very bullish as long as we can maintain the 21-day EMA and we do one of these kind of moves right into the end of the week. Well, probably next couple weeks, right? Let's not kid ourselves. All right, so next couple weeks, um, that would be a great move. So yellow goes to red, goes to green. A little bit of a pullback. We may come back down and test this 4 hour mid at 46.85, bounce off the cloud, and then make that move back up through the top of the cloud and up to the daily top. Okay. Last one I want to look at real quick. Let's just crack this back to the daily. Change charts to the old NQ. The NQ. All right. So now that I've kind of explained everything that's going on, I'm going to pause for a second, take a drink because I need one. Very similar move in the NQ. We made it to the daily top, projected the daily top, came down, couldn't hold the mid, came back to down to the daily bottom, Ichimoku Cloud bottom, trying to fight our way back up through it. The 21-day EMA is downtrending or pointed slightly down, and we came up, and I would call this a connection at it today. Now, with NQ, if we can continue to rally and get out of this cloud, so basically up out of the cloud, we would make the move up to the daily top. From a zones perspective, right? We're just entering into that zone of high trading, right? Lots of volume, lots of activity happen. These are some levels that have been generated off of previous support and resistance. So we're trying to fight our way back up through it. 16,142, 16,221 are going to be the upside targets. If we reject this Ichimoku, or excuse me, if we reject this 21 EMA here, right? Please still be orange. Sweet. All right, so if we reject, come on, we reject this 21 EMA, then we can look at a downside move back to the rising Keltner channel, right? If that happens, then it's going to form with either a double bottom or that Wu-Tang reversal that we love to see so much. And if you're not sure what the Wu-Tang reversal is, it's a term that's been made up, but what it really does is it helps us understand. It's basically a Dow 1, 2, 3 reversal. Oops. Okay. We look at it like this, where you get a move down, you get a sharp move up to resistance, you get a pullback to support, and then you get that next move up. It's usually an explosive move to the upside. You want to make sure you enter in above the number 2 point. So technically this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, right? We want to catch that fifth wave up. Big, huge moves happen like that. Okay. As they come across tonight, I'll make sure I go over them so that everybody can see what's going on with them. Okay. So daily chart, we kind of expect what's happening there, and then bringing it down to the 4 hour. Right. Daily bottom, 4 hour bottom, moved up the last couple days through the 4 hour mid up to the 4 hour top. Couldn't reject or couldn't break through the 4 hour top Ichimoku Cloud. We rejected off of it. We're currently holding the 21, which is this yellow line here. If we can hold that, we can expect to take that next move up. That would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave on an Elliott wave, or possibly a 1, 2. If we have to, like, if we don't break the 21, we're coming back down to the daily bottom for support, right? Rising 4 hour to meet us, right? This would be a pretty healthy pullback. If we do pull back to this 15,600-ish level, that's a healthy move, setting us up for a longer move to the upside as long as we hold that support. If we start breaking it down, then we have to really look at some downside moves. Okay, that was the ES and the NQ. I'm going to do, let's see, um, YM is the Dow. Aim, you guys, I'm sure, can see the same moves that by now, right? Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing here. I'm going to show you kind of a failed Wu-Tang reversal on the Dow. It's pretty easy to see. We pulled back, we rallied up resistance, we pulled back to support, right? And we came up. But exploding through, instead of exploding through here, we rallied up, hit rejection. I mean, there was still that move, and then we came back to support. So as far as the Dow is concerned, we rallied up last couple of days, pulled back, held support at the 21-day EMA, the daily mid, right? I think we're kind of getting kind of bullish, uptrending zero line, uptrending Keltner channels. I think we can make a move back up towards the top and all-time highs with the Dow. Let's look at it on the 4-hour. All right, 4-hour, we pulled back, broke through the cloud, tried to get back up into the cloud. We couldn't do it. We couldn't overtake the 4-hour top. So I think we're just going to consolidate for a little bit till we get a little bit more strength and conviction coming in. This 4-hour zero line right here is going to act as our guide. That is our support. Like if we pulled back to right, if we pull back to this zero line or the actual daily Keltner channel mid, we would still maintain this trend line that's kind of formed already, right? So we got a little trend line there. We can pull back to here, right? 4-hour mid, 4-hour top, daily top. Pretty simple way to see things. And then finally, let's look at the RTY. All I'm going to do is first futures are concerned, then we're going to get into our bread and butters play. So the Russell. Oh, poor little Russell. It's just been consolidating. Like I said, you could have done, an iron fly on the Russell for the last several months and just made an income trade. The Russell is a prime example of a failed Wu-Tang reversal. Okay, that prime example. Let me just show you what that looks like if you haven't already spotted it. 1 move down, 2 move up to resistance, 3 move down, failed to maintain support. So more than likely that third move up is going to fail to break out. So we failed the breakout, and now we're continuing to pull down. So Russell's just super choppy, right? We are below the 21. We're below the daily Keltner channel mid, right? We pulled back. We bounced off of it, rejected the mid. I think we're coming back to the daily bottom. I'm looking at 2137 as support. As far as zones are concerned, right? Look at that. Those zones are gorgeous. Thanks, AP. Yeah, pullback zone there. Rally up through the zone. Couldn't get back up to the next one. Failed it. We got to come back and trade our way back down to this one. Up. Couldn't get through it. We're going to trade our way back down to this one. Okay. All right. And then as far as the 4 hours concerned, same story, right? Daily bottom, 4-hour bottom, bullish move up to the mids, right? Rejection of the mids, retest the bottom through the mids, rejected, right? Daily mid, 4-hour top, couldn't get through it. Now we test the mids on the way back down to the bottom, right? Regroup and try again. So the Russell, I believe, oh no, sorry, I was about to talk out of my neck there. And that was a 2-hour. Oopsie. Just look at it on the 4-hour. Same story. A little bit easier to see on the 2-hour. So next stop is 2150 on the Russell. Potential 2135 support. Okay, moving on to our bread and butter list. I will start with Amazon. Thanks for showing up first, Pinky. Appreciate it. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat and I will get to you. All right. Amazon on the daily. Okay. Amazon on the daily. All-time highs down to the daily. Reject the mid, down to the bottom. Reject the mid, reject the mid, reject the mid, down to the bottom. Reject the mid. We are currently trading 1 standard deviation away from our zero line on the daily, right? Price wants to get back to this zero line. It will act as a magnet and drag it back up towards it. So off of the daily bottom, currently up to the 21. So next stop would be the 21 EMA right at 3350, which is also the daily mid. If we break 3350, 33.63. I guess I had a previous level there. Above that, we can see a potential move back up to the daily cloud 4-hour top. However, we've rejected that 21 quite a bit over the last couple weeks. Ever since, let's see, last time we were above the 21 EMA on the daily was November 30th, right? So we're definitely downtrending, right? We need to overtake the 21, and then we can look at some pretty long moves on Amazon. Looking at Amazon on the 4-hour. So some intraday moves are going to be a little bit different than the daily move, obviously. On the daily, so broke the daily bottom. Like I was thinking we were heading way lower the last couple of days, right? We fought our way back up through the 4-hour bottom, daily Kettler channel bottom, 4-hour mid to the 4-hour top. Rejected. We got stuffed to the 4-hour top today. Basically, that right there, that 33.38.6. Now we're pulling back. We're going to use the 21 EMA on the 4-hour as support. If that holds, we're going to take another run at it. Going to target the daily mid 33.56. If we can clear, right? If we can clear this level in the next couple days, right? Then I think we can start fighting our way back up to through some of these supply and demand zones. Looking at, so this is our zero line, right? It's at 34.31. That's going to be the target. Speaking of zones, Amazon zones, right? Fought our way through this zone. We're trying to fight our way back up to this zone, and we would trade this zone to this zone. It looks like I've got some fibs that I drawn at one point. I guess I could run a fib or two. Fib from this high to this low. Right, we broke the 618. Usually we'll pull back and test the 50% or the 21 for support, then make that next move up. From an Elliott wave perspective, this could be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move, right? Or it could also just be a 1, 2, 3. So this would be the 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. I think that's it. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to set some alerts, right? Obviously, we want to maintain this one standard deviation. 3,300 is really the key. If we can maintain 3,300, then we start moving our way up to 34, 35, 36. Okay. All right, that was Amazon. Right. 30-minute Amazon chart. Couldn't retake. Right. Rejected. We got stuff. We came back down. We're trading up through. Right. I said the daily mid right here at, excuse me, the how did I get back on the daily? I said 30-minute. I was like, wait a minute. Bunch of stuff showing up here that's not supposed to. All right. Nice little V-shaped recovery. Like I said, if we can get out of this little cluster right here, all right, we can get out of the cluster that we're in. Start finding our way back up through some of these channels. It'd be super bullish. We've consolidated the last couple days, really. That's impressive. Very impressive. 618, 50% retracement compression. 2-hour clouds holding. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty decent on Amazon. Let me just get this back to what I need it to be. Big moves coming. All right, next up. All right. So, oh, Mike's got a question. Joining the show tonight for the first time and want to keep following more in depth with charting like you have. So, can you briefly overview your platform and indicators I need to be adding? Oh, I'm using Thinkorswim, and to be honest with you, I would, if I were you, this is what I would add. This is a great start to get going, and it's probably my most used pattern on the daily, and it's a really simple Ichimoku Cloud with everything turned off except for span A and span B. Um, this is another good option, and this is a free indicator that I can recommend. A lot of the stuff that I have are paid studies, and I don't want to give them away for free. So we can look at definitely using this one. Okay, we'll just use this one for the rest of the show, right? I think that's appropriate. The study down here that you see way down at the bottom, right? All right, the study down here at the bottom. Oh, you can't see it. Let me hide that. All right, this is a study down here at the bottom. This is the B4 indicator, right? What it does is it's the Bollinger Band MACD RSI MAC. Let's see, Bollinger Bands. It's a mashup of a bunch of scripts that work well together. So we got MACD, RSI, Bollinger Bands, and there's another one that I'm blowing on right now. But this is a good to give you an idea of trend, direction, everything like that. Okay, we're gonna use this for the rest of the stream just because. Oh, and then the Ichimoku Cloud. Um, Here's my Ichimoku settings. It's just the standard default Thinkorswim Ichimoku settings. I have Tenkin, Kaijin, and Chico all turned off, and I've just got span A and span B on. That's it, right? That gives you this cloud, and clouds are important. They provide massive levels of support and resistance. Okay, moving on. I'm going to go through our bread and butter list, and I'm going to move through these really quickly because um, just got a lot going on. Okay, so I'm going to flip over to my default because I want to show you what I was talking about with the deviations. All right, so this is a weekly chart. Okay. And this white line is a deviation line, and this chart is moved, right? Because I used to have this white trend line as my weekly. So I need to activate it and readjust it to be specific to the zero line. Zero line. All right, so that's the zero line. Price action will interact with that. So we got weekly, daily. Oh, you know what? Yeah. All right. I'm going to have to redo this in a different way. Sorry. We will do it another time. So one thing I've noticed is if I do my streams full screen, that it's really hard for me to do. I mean, I think y'all can see better, but it's probably better if I just did the 1080, right? Kept it in 1080 and everything would be good. All right, so here we go. This is AMD. Oh, I can't do that. All right, AMD rally, pullback, rally. We have to. I'm sorry, I've got to go with this. So Ichimoku Cloud 21-day EMA, and you can add some Keltner channels onto your chart. I think that's probably the easiest way for me to explain it. Okay, so AMD rallied up to the daily top, rejected it, came back down to the daily bottom, held the daily bottom, and it's fighting its way back up through the cloud. Now, one thing I want you to be aware of is this. Okay, from the high to the low, we rallied up. We touched the 50% retracement. We also touched the 21-day EMA on the daily, and we're right below the daily mid. So we're either going to pull back, right, to support and then make a larger move to the upside. But since these are yellow 10x bars, I believe we might get some conviction and momentum coming in if we get above the 51. So above 140, I think we're bullish to 144. Then we may pull back. right? Make this 618 retracement. Then we pull back to 50% or 382 for support and make that third move to the upside. So that would be the one, right? One, two, right? Not breaking through the cloud or breaking through the mid. Three to support, right? And then four, five. That's the move I'm looking for in AMD over the next couple weeks. Okay. AMD on the 4 hour chart. I have got to change that setting. It is driving me nuts. I don't know why I've got keep time on Zoom on there, but I shouldn't. Okay. Uh very cyclical stock, right? It moves in cycles, right? 4 hour top, 4 hour bottom, right? Broke the 4 hour bottom, 4 hour bottom, 4 hour bottom. So from the daily bottom, 4 hour bottom up to the 4 hour top, we rejected it. We pulled back to the 21-day or 21 EMA on the 4 hour, right? Rally pullback. We're making a little bit of a flag here. So if we can take out today's highs at 140.52, or just let's just say the 50% retracement. So above 140.50, I think we make a move to 142.23 and then finally up to about 144.62. This Ichimoku Cloud is downtrending, so we may reject it and have to pull back down to the 4 hour bottom, right? Or the 4 hour mid for support. So it's a move up, 4 hour mid, make some decisions, try to fight our way through the cloud, or do we come back and chill at the 4 hour bottom, daily bottom for the next couple of days till we can gather enough conviction and momentum to get up through this? Or do we pull back? Do we gap up overnight above 140, right? For a pullback, rally through the cloud, move to the 618 retracement or 144.62, right? We're right in that zone. So we want to fight our way into this zone and trade through this zone and out before we make a move out to the next one. Okay. All right. All right. Moving on. Next one that we got is. All right. So that's AMD. Next up is Google. All right, Google, nice uptrending stock, right? For the last couple weeks, months, years. We finally pulled back. I gotta throw a 50 on here. Sorry. So we pulled back right to the um it's a weekly mean. Basically, we pulled back to a half a deviation away from the mean on the daily. Nice little bounce recovery, right? Right off up through the daily Keltner channels. I was looking at this today. I didn't trade it. I was like, oh no, and I forgot about it. We rallied right up to the 21 EMA on the daily. Now, usually, and it's also the 50% retracement. So with Google, usually what's going to happen is we're either going to reject this 21 and we're going to come back down to the downside, or we're going to break up through it and go up and back test it and use it as support. Okay. So if we can continue our move through this cloud, right, taking out 2870, which is the 618 retracement from this high to this low. Next stop would be the 618 retracement at 2883, and that's from all-time high to current low, right? So we're trying to move to the 618 level. All right, if we can get above those, break out of the cloud, we can move up to the daily top. We do have kind of a longer term downtrend resistance line, right, from the high. All right, so we broke out of those. We're gonna have to take that one, send that sucker to the right. That's our target, right? The Keltner channel will do one of these right here down to meet us. So this is this is my target right here. Come on. Right. 2940 is the target I have for Google. All right, looking at the 4 hour additional confirmation. All right, red 10x bars. We rallied. We broke above the 4 hour top, pulled back using it as support. Daily mids next, and then the 618 retracements, and then 4 hour cloud. Like I said, I think by maybe Friday, Maybe Friday we run up and we try to make our run up to this. If we reject this cloud, right, it would have to be early next week. Maybe Monday we rally up to this, but I definitely think 2940 is incoming in Google pretty soon. Okay. All right. Next up on our list is Moderna. Moderna has been kind of a head fake, actually. Pretty big move on Monday, right? Definitely a downtrending stock in my opinion, right? Counter challengers are pointing downwards. Pulled back, held the daily, big rally up to the 21. Well, it's about the 8, right? We were from this high. From this high to this low, we had a 618 retracement. We rallied up, we hit it, we pulled back through the 50 and the 382. We're currently resting at one deviation away from the mean, right? So we want to be back up into this area here. So we pulled back. Um, I think we're going to start our next move upwards. So this is kind of a reversal candle here. So I'd like to see if we don't clear 225 tomorrow, then I think we're just going to keep melting our way down. Definitely forming a little bit of a wedge here. Hopefully, it's just not a consolidating wedge for the next couple weeks till the end of the month, right? Hopefully, that doesn't happen. As far as 4 hour goes, right? Can't believe I don't have the 50 on here. So big move on Monday, right? Massive move, big old move, right? Couldn't get over pre-market high, pulled back to the daily bottom, 4 hour mid. We rode that all day, just consolidating, right? What I'd like to see is a rally up through the 4 hour top to overtake that 6818 retracement again on our way back up to 247. So the move for tomorrow is if we maintain 222, I like to see a move up to about 232. Above 232, we hit 238. We reject the the 230 cloud or even this 228 cloud. Then we've got open sky all the way back down to daily bottom at 218. Below that, 214. All right, rally, pullback, consolidation, or move. Hopefully, it just doesn't chop within those bars the next couple of days. All right, next one is on our list is Nvidia. 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 If I could spell Nvidia. All right, Nvidia. This is where I got my lines from. Whoopsie. Nvidia on the daily. So see this white line? I call it the zero line, right? Price action held this purple line, right? So we rallied, pull back, daily bottom, daily mid, rejection, daily bottom, daily mid, make a decision, back down to the daily bottom or up to the daily top in the cloud. Beautiful move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This doji is not super bullish for me, right? We couldn't get through the 4 hour top. I think we have a down day tomorrow. Looking at 270 as a possible downside target. Or yeah, I like 270 as a downside target on Nvidia, right? If we break, if so, basically, if we have a good evening, we gap up and we get a close above this zone. I think we'll trade up to the next zone. However, if we close in it, I think we're coming back down to at 270 or even as low as possibly 266. Okay. On the 4 hour, this is what that looks like. Okay. 4 hour daily bottom, super support. Like anytime we hit this level, we usually rip out of it. So we did come up through the 4 hour mid, up to the 4 hour top, rejected the 4 hour top, held the 21, held the 4 hour mid. We get a move um, overnight up above into the cloud. So we can trade up through the cloud, or do we reject, right? Back to the mid and then possibly back to the bottom to complete the cycle, right? Uh, I would like to come back to pull back to to this 267, 268 level, right? Look at this little inverse head and shoulders that's forming on the 4 hour though, right? There's the left shoulder, big old head, right? We need the right shoulder to form, and then we get that launch move. Okay, that's Nvidia on the daily and the 4 hour. Moving on to the next one we have is Roblox. Roblox is been one of my favorite stocks to trade in the last couple of days, simply because it's uptrending, right? Massive pullback. We held, right? We broke the daily cloud. I was getting worried that we were going to fall off the face of the earth. However, we recovered. We're back into the daily cloud. move up. This hammer does have me concerned that we get a pullback, right? That's why I've got this trend line down. Pullback would probably be to 84.37. We do have a 50% retracement, right? That retracement is from um, wow, that's a long move. That moved a long time ago. I don't even see it. Hmm. Um, let's just remove it, shall we? Let's do a new one. So high to low, right? From the top, this previous high to this current low, we rallied up. We hit the 382 retracement, and if we reject that, I think we come back down, test this daily bottom again at 86.15, 84.37 support. Right, there's that little channel right there that we could trade down to for a bigger move starting into next week, or we rally up to previous VWAP and the daily or the 50% retracement at 95. Looking at it on the 4-hour chart. Right, it's definitely a downtrending stock. It's trying to make a move, right? It's trying to get back up through the 4-hour top, held the 21. Again, pre-market high. We break the 4-hour top. I think we can make a move to the 50% retracement, and then the daily mid at 96. So I'll be targeting 94, 96, 97 on the break of 91. We reject 91. Use 89 for support. Below 89, we test 86 and possibly 84. Okay. That was on Roblox. Moving on. Next up is Tesla, and then SPY will be the last one that I'm going to be doing for the night. Okay. All right. Tesseract. The old Tesseract. What do we got going on here? Rally, pullback, gap up, fade to daily cloud bottom. We didn't break it, we held it. That's also right. The daily mid, we closed below the 21 for one day. We closed halfway above it the next day. So we're gapping, right? We're uptrending. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or is this a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4? Right, 1, 2. Just trying to figure out what the flow with Tesla is going to be. We definitely closed. Where's our deviations at? All right, Tesla likes to rally. Wow, this is our zero line right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's this one. Trying to highlight it. It's that white line, that white zero line. I should just make all of these massive. I don't know if I can. Can I change the color on these? Oh, yay. Ha! Oh, you can see it now. Sweet. Pulled back, held it, trying to make a move up to the daily top. See how these Keltner channelers are pointed upwards where the other ones weren't? So that's why I'm a little bit, I'm pretty bullish on Tesla, right? Zone to zone. If we reject, right, this zone mid at 1142, pull back, use this downward trend line for support. I don't know, Tesla's just a beast, right? Looking at Tesla on the 4-hour. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Okay. All right, so Tesla fought its way up through the Ichimoku Cloud, up to the 4-hour top, and it's fighting its way through the top. So I think Tesla hits the daily top tomorrow, 1140, right? 1150 psychological number. If Tesla can get above 1170, then I think we go and we test previous high at 1210, right? We do have resistance coming up. We've got basically have a zone right here. And then we got this high right here. Right, that's the zone we want to trade into. 1170 to 1210. Right, that's going to be gorgeous, fun trade to get into that. Okay. All right, next and final is the SPY. Mr. Spy, Mr. Spy, Mr. Spy. All right, it's following its white line. See that zero line is super important. You guys thought I was joking about it, right? 68% of trades happen within that orange bar and this orange bar. SPY likes to ride this line. Okay, so right, pulled back, held held the daily cloud, daily bottom, rallied back up above the 21 EMA, above the daily mid, right? This little doji star right here, I don't like it. I think we get a little bit of a pullback. If you want to see what I anticipate for pullbacks, let's do this. All right, let's do a trend line first from this low to that low, extend it out, right? So we know, see how it's following the line of the Ichimoku Cloud, which means that my theory's most likely going to be correct. Okay. Pullback rallied up, broke above the 618 retracement, closed above it, right? Closed above the 21, above the daily mid. Now, do we pull back to the 50% retracement or even as low as the 382 for confirmed support before we make another move to the upside? That is what we want to see. That's a healthy move. That's also the 1-2, right? 3-4-5 Dow reversal, right? Contrarian, we just rip up to the daily top at 480. But if I were to take hazard a guess, last time we had to see that doji there, what did we do? We pulled back. Let's see if I can find another similar candle. Reversal candles, what they are. There's one there. There's one there. Oh, there's a good one right there. See that reversal candle? Rally, reverse, down. Okay. So as far as the 4-hour chart goes, just like to reject, if we reject here, look at this move back here. Rallied from the daily bottom up through the daily mid, up above the daily or the 4-hour cloud. As soon as we hit this zero line, we got above it, we ripped. Okay. Contrarian, right? We came down, we broke down, we fell off, ripped above it, couldn't hold it, dropped. Okay. We did move down to the daily bottom, 4-hour bottom, rallied up, right to the 4-hour mid, back tested it for support, rallied up to the top, couldn't get through it, fought our way through it. Big pop, couldn't get above 4-hour cloud, above the zero line, moving back 4-hour mid for support. Sorry, daily mid for support, 21 EMA for support. The SPY, all right, pre-market or overnight, get above the 618 retracement, above this 4-hour cloud, 4-hour mid, and make a big old move up to the daily top? Or does it reject and pull back to the 50% retracement or even as low as the 382 before it makes its next move to the upside? I don't want to draw a trend line because that trend line is busted, right? This trend line here is busted, right? So it's not going to do us any good because I didn't get more than 2 touches of it, right? If it had been something like that, then I'd be like, oh, it's a broken trend. We didn't get three tops, 3 touches. Okay. Look at this. Another left shoulder, big ol' head, right shoulder, big ol' rally. I'm bullish on SPY into the next week if we can reclaim this area here, right? Because what will happen is we can draw a trend line over there through this, right? We can reclaim that area, rally up, back test this for source, back test 47 or 472.50 for support, even down to 471.73 for support. So rally up, pullback support confirmed, big move up to the daily. Okay, rally up, reject, pull back, can't maintain the 50% retracement. We come back down, right? No lower than 465.53. Okay. That's it. Thanks for joining me. I am Dark Palago. I stream every morning, Monday through Friday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm up early to bring you the news and the plays and to check out what happened pre-market. So hopefully we'll see you there. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, go ahead and turn on notifications on your way out the door, and I will do my job and add the things that I'm missing. And I got to make a note of that because if I don't make a note of it, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get off the mic and have a drink and forget all about it. Yes, I will. So I need simple moving averages and EG. I need a weekly cloud. A weekly. Okay, I think that's it. All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks for. Can you please mention our Keltner channel settings again? Um, yeah, sure. Let me show you. I can show you that. Okay, pull up your daily chart. Pull up a daily chart, just like this one here. Go to studies, add a study, and momentum studies. I'll just go edit studies, right? And you look up Keltner, right? Add it once, add it twice. Grab one of them, make the other one, make this 2.0. Hit OK, hit apply, hit OK. There's your daily Keltner channel study, right? We're above it, back to it, mid, back up to it, right? Bringing it down to the 4 hour, for our bottom. I think I got that wrong. Hold on. Nope, that's right. So above the Keltner channel's top, right? So if you were interested in the Keltner channel trading strategy, here is 1 second. Let me grab you something. Grab you a place that you can go to learn all about it, as well as you can get a free week trial to Flow Trade, where you will learn all that you could ever want about Kellner channel trading strategy. And I highly encourage you take advantage of this because you will also learn how to trade with the algorithm. And the algo is the flow index algo, which is this, right? This is the flow index algo. This is what I go over every morning in the stream. And Amazon, for example, beautiful divergence played out. Okay, so prior to, I'm not going to be able to do that. So prior to the 11th, right, Amazon had sold off. However, the algorithm, which is a smart money, dark pool, and block trade algorithm software called the Flow Index, it tracks large institutional hedge funds in big money purchases and transactions. It was rallying, which means that smart money was buying into Amazon. It was as it was at its lows. Money's flowing in, right? And it's not money flow, it's like this flow index, right? All these dark pools start flowing in, right? Smart money is like, whoa, Amazon's at a discount. Let me buy into it. Well, what happened is that divergence that occurred right here at this point at 32, let's just call it 3,300. Well, price action came up from 3127 to 3,300 in a hurry. Okay, there you have it. Yeah, hopefully we will see you in yeah, we'll see you in the Discord, and make sure you hit the like button. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a good one.